So it's 2025, and you're probably thinking to yourself, it's a new year. It's a new me. The world is my oyster. I can start that new business I've always wanted to do. And let me tell you, Shopify is how you're going to make that happen. The best time to start your new business is right now. But what happens if you don't act now? Will you regret it? What if someone beat you to the idea? Don't kick yourself when you hear this again in a year and realize, oh, I missed out on a good opportunity. Because with Shopify, your first sale is closer than you think. I mean, after all, established in 2025 does have a good ring to it. You know, it sounds like a nice year. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/super. The super being all lowercase, by the way. Just thought you should know. Again, go to shopify.com/super to begin selling with Shopify today. One more time. That is shopify.com/super. Remember that super is all lowercase, super important. Thank you.
Congratulations, you won! Alert! 今天恢复你美丽的 Ʞᴏᴇ。
Right. Yeah, that was a full loop. There you go. Okay, that's good. Wait, no.
All right. I've been working on it.
It's pretty good, dude. Very helicopter-esque.
Yeah.
Nice.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of SuperMega Show, brought to you by myself, Ryan McGee, and my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Your bestest friend in the whole wide world?
Fuck, I didn't know you were sitting there. One of my best friends in the... I'm kidding. Yes, of course, Matthew.
Ryan, would anyone other than your bestest friend in the whole wide world buy you a Christmas present?
No, and you saw me before the podcast episode. I was struck with, not just being simple, that's more of a general sense, but right. I was struck with alertness because I didn't have a shirt that I felt comfortable in to wear on the podcast. Yeah. And then
you were freaking out.
I was like, wait a second. My friend Matthew just got me a shirt, and boom, this is what I'm wearing now. I even am doing the stylish thing like they do with the like flat bill hats or whatever. Like I have the sticker on to be like, yeah, this is some new shit.
Oh, like the price tag sticker?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was still on there. You don't have to leave that on. That's not...
Well, I mean, they always leave the price tags on the like hats and stuff.
Sure. But I think that's like, I don't know, hats maybe a little different. The shirt just... Yeah, dude, you could do whatever you want.
Like if I'm rolling out and people see this sticker, they're gonna go, "Damn, that's new," right?
Yeah, they'll go, "Damn, he paid for it."
What does it say?
Wait, does that say 3XL? Did I fuck up?
No, this is 2XL.
Oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses. So.
We both should be wearing our glasses today, but we're not because we want to feel young.
And I feel like that's going to become like a new catchphrase of ours as we age over the years. It's going to be, I don't have my glasses.
Like
and
Velma.
Exactly. And people will start, doing, like, take a shot every time they mention that they don't have their glasses. The easy thing to do would be just to have a pair at the office and a pair at home. And I brought a pair to the office, and I think I wore them home.
I should have an office pair. You're right. That would be the best thing. Just... Because usually they ask you, do you want to buy a second pair of glasses? Now, I've only done this once. You're a little more seasoned in the getting glasses thing. In fact, I remember there was a time where you were ranting and raving about this specific service that was like,
It's so cheap.
I buy direct, dude. They rule.
Is that still them? Is that still who you use?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like they have a bajillion different. This is not sponsored, by the way. It's just good, cheap glasses.
But if they wanted to give us money, we would be so excited.
I use your service, and you can buy a bunch of glasses from them and put them on and send them back if you don't like them. I think, I don't know. Now I'm speaking on the brand. I might be confusing them with Warby Parker or something. But the glasses are good.
I buy frames.
I buy direct.
Wasn't there another place called I Buy Frames or some shit that you use? Something frames?
Everyone's ripping them off these days, you know.
Yeah.
Their business model's great. But you can even upload a picture of yourself and like see what the glasses look like. Never works out well.
I like the idea like their system gets hacked, people upload a bunch of pictures of them, and it's just like a cum tribute instead of like glasses on their face. It's just like loading, and then it just puts cum all over them. What the hell?
What the hell? That's actually, if there's any hackers listening, I think that's a really fantastic hack idea.
It would be nice for you to credit us. I know you're hackers and, you know, manners aren't your forte, but it would be nice to get a little thanks.
Say, sponsor the Super Mega Podcast or else. And when people go to upload their photos, instead of seeing glasses, it's just cum right on the face. That's a great fucking, like, extortion racket.
I mean, Face App, you can put mustaches on people's face. How come there's no cum tribute, you know, option? Where it's like, do you want, like, newly, like shot out cum? Do you want the cum to have aged a little bit? Like it's been sitting on there for a little bit?
Very yellow or very white?
Yeah, exactly. Thick? Are they healthy?
Right, you know.
Maybe in the future when you can use smell-o-vision on your phones, you could give it a certain scent so it smells like what semen would typically smell like.
I'm waiting for Apple to unveil smell-o-vision on like the next iPhone or something because I feel like they're going in that direction.
So
you
when
know?
people are watching porn, they just get like all of a sudden just sweat and just gooch sweat and some nice some fresh pussy,
some like metallic pussy smell, some ass sweat,
some of that zinc pussy.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, she's definitely been taking her
vitamins and
heavy metal
minerals,
vitamins. I'm sorry, guys, I shouldn't be speaking about the smell of a woman.
There was a loud thump, so
it sounded like someone like knocking twice to be like, "Hey, stop talking about pussy."
Yeah, so don't blame us for that like awkward little stumble there in dialogue. That was just because of the as they once would say, there was a rap tap tapping on the roof.
Not upon the chamber door, but upon the roof. So I guess that's a cue to change the subject from our overlords.
I know we're past Christmas, but how did they describe it? He up on the roof, something. There rose such a clatter.
A rose. And then
that's him
out
going
from the lawn.
Right?
No. Up something from the lawn. There arose such a clatter.
The lawn or the roof? The roof.
Dude,
it's past Christmas. We shouldn't be thinking that. We shouldn't be.
I shouldn't be wasting any brain power on this. It's.
We should
January.
save this for next Christmas, for the next Christmas season.
We're not going to have any ideas or content if we get all this Christmas stuff out now in January. We got to save this up.
But I love talking about Christmas.
God, can I? I'm going to be real. There's almost a weird, and I feel bad saying this, but once Christmas ends, there's almost a weird feeling I get where I'm almost every year slightly relieved. I love Christmas and I love Christmas time, and young me, if young me heard myself say that, I would have tears streaming down my cheek. But it's like, I don't know, once the clock strikes the 26th, for sometimes almost just like a
I kind of prefer over the holidays the days after Christmas. It's good to of course see family and stuff, but I mean, you're typically busy with, for us, typically we travel to family, so we're like, there's travel involved, there's the time zone change and us trying to get our like internal clocks reset back to something that could actually be beneficial towards doing all the scheduled things that the family has planned for Christmas.
You gotta play board games with the cousins.
Yeah,
and
Russian roulette with the uncles.
Which I don't like that too much, but
I mean, to sit at the adult table, you have to play Russian roulette.
Yeah, it's a give or take. I don't
want to be at the kids' table anymore. I'm tired of it.
Get to take a shot of bourbon and play Russian roulette with the uncles.
It's like, or you have to sit at the kids' table where there's just like screaming toddlers mashing.
Fine. I'll do Russian roulette. Someone watched Squid Game 2.
Ooh, I have not watched it.
Oh, there's a whole Russian roulette thing.
Okay. Have you seen the whole the season 2? Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to. This could be like a TikTok clip. Ooh. What is Matt's review of Squid Game 2? And there has to be some sort of music going on. Now, Luke, there better be music playing, because there was a time where I asked you to do an a cappella tambourine, and you didn't do it. And I would much prefer you come to me as a man and say that you're not going to be doing what we asked of you. Instead, you could even come to us, and I would have been more. Matt would have probably even been more than happy to do the tambourine noise. Of course. But one of the episodes was missing an a cappella tambourine, and me just remembering that and how petty I am. Luke, here's Luke's a cappella tambourine.
And while that's going, Luke, just double check that the red filter for the super mega neon sign is aligned just right.
Yeah.
Because in a previous episode, Luke, I punched a hole in my wall when I saw it was a few pixels astray.
Previous few episodes, more like.
And there's a few holes in my wall. Yeah, so it's only 7 episodes.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, it's grinding a little bit. Stop, Luke. Stop, Luke. Stop. He just made it louder. Okay, we get it. You're throwing a fit because you're like, oh, this is kind of like the monkey's paw. You got what you wished for. Please stop. Thank you. Go on with your Squid review.
You're no Barry, Luke. I'll just say that.
Kramer?
Yeah, Barry Kramer.
He still streams on Twitch. I love going in and watching him. He probably would be elated with excitement knowing that his old pal Ryan McGee was watching him. It might give him more of a reason than he already does right now to exist, to live.
Yeah, he was going to give up hope, but then he's like, "Wait, Ryan is watching? Woo!" But Luke, you are Barry Kramer.
You're incarnate.
Yes, you're your own person, but you're just as good as Barry.
Yeah.
Anyway, Squid Game season 2. I don't know what
you watched the whole thing.
I did.
Okay.
It's only 7 episodes. I don't know what the general consensus is. And I kind of
give me a Gladiator review.
Yes, I'll do that because I didn't want to know the general consensus because I didn't want it to sway me one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And here's mine. Ready? Wait, Gladiator. He starts like this, right?
Yeah, he's
kind of shaky. Here's what I'm gonna do. Ready? I'm not going full all the way down, but I'm going less than it's more down than up. Okay? I'll just say that.
Do they explain the red hair from the last?
No, dude. It starts with the red hair, and then he walks off the plane from the very ending of the first season, and then it's not red anymore. No. It's red for one more scene, I think, and then it's just I think time passes and the red hair is gone.
Why does he mention the red hair? Do they give some off comment to be like, oh, okay, we're good?
I might have missed it, but I'm pretty sure they just kind of undid it real fast.
I would understand why, because it really paints a target on his back having bright red hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks beautiful. Whoever dyed it, I'm guessing it's him. He did a very especially on dark hair, because you have to bleach it first.
Yes, you have to bleach. He had to bleach all of his hair.
Which I'm surprised he didn't just go with the bleach blonde, because that would look pretty cool too. Very anime or whatever, manga.
I think he's just, though, honestly, I think they probably changed it back because after he dyed it red, he's like, well, who's another Korean that has red hair? Markiplier.
Annie. Oh, sorry.
And yeah, Annie. But they just kind of went back on it, and no more red hair. It left everyone confused at the end of the first season. They're like, why did he? I don't know the actual answer, but I think it's just to symbolize change, right? It's like a new start. So how do you show that he's new and fired up? Red hair.
It feels like, because they didn't even use it to the end. Because typically when they do this shit, change something drastically, it's to make sure that the viewer knows at what time they're watching something. But they didn't even use the red hair to kind of show a specific time. They didn't flash back to when he had red hair.
Right.
I don't know. Usually there's some sort of signifier. There's some importance. He's
just feeling himself.
There's something there.
Yeah, he was just feeling himself. He just wanted a new do. They should have made him bald, in my opinion. He should have just gone not even buzzed, but straight razor, fully bald, shiny.
I did have a minor spoiler thing. It's not really a spoiler, but it caused a meme that I saw. It's where they're playing that whatever the cookie game. someone gets a shape that's like super fucking complex or
Yeah.
whatever. Is that our main protagonist, I'm guessing?
Okay.
Or, you don't have to spoil anything.
Well,
but I saw that and I was like, ooh, I could see that reveal being like a fuck.
It was. And, okay, a tiny spoiler. This is not a huge spoiler. But feel free to just skip ahead a little
Sorry,
bit.
I heard some noises behind us. And
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of spooky in here today. I'm not going to lie. The office feels like there might be another presence.
like haunted.
Yeah.
But let's just...
We'll get into that in a minute.
If we need to call the Ghostbusters, we have them on speed dial.
It was a dream. The cookie with all the extra... It's like... Basically...
They didn't commit?
No, because, he's played the games before. And he tells everyone that, triangle is the easiest shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then he opens it, and then it's like a triangle with a bajillion, like, fractal edges. And he's like, oh, and everyone's yelling at him, like, I thought you played this before. And then he's
That
like,
would have been such a really cool moment.
No, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, my God.
But I did hear from another review, spoiler free, that there are several twists and turns that at least keep it engaging for
Yes.
the runtime.
Yes, and my biggest, I just felt like overall, I didn't think it was bad. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I just, it didn't capture me the same way the first one did, and also it felt like the pacing was a little bit slow.
It was very like run of the mill. Did it seem too? Like, did it feel like it's like, oh, they made this because the first season did well? Like, it didn't feel like did this story need to be told? Does it feel like it's in line with the previous season and it's like continuing like a larger thing, or like it's beneficial in any way to the series?
It's continuing like the overall like story of like getting to the bottom of the Squid Games, but it's like for me it just kind of felt like, I don't know, it just felt a little flat for me, because I felt like they could have gotten a little more creative with it, and it's a little drawn out, where I feel like what you really want to see are, people want to see the games themselves.
I love those games.
And I feel like they weren't bad games, but they also weren't like mind-blowing creative. And at the same time, also a lot of it is like, best way I could put it spoiler-free is a lot of these games, it's like, oh, you fail, then a guard shoots you in the head. And it's like, I feel like that kind of the impact of that kind of wears off after a bit. Where it's
after the first season, because there's a lot of that in the first
So-
season, and there's a lot of like, and I didn't see it too long ago. I saw it when it first came out, which was like maybe 3 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
But like, there are, I don't know, I could see to where it's almost, depending on the pacing and how they do it. Again, I haven't seen the second season, but it feels like it could be a very much, very redundant, run-of-the-mill sequel of like a copy and paste. The games and then deaths. It's like the same type of drama that happened in the first one is just happening in the second one, but with different faces.
Yes. Yeah, no, but that's a good way to put it. That's kind of how it felt to me. And also,
you want them to be creative though in the games.
Because like, for example, in the first season, there's the game where you're hopping from the glass panels, and you die in that game by you fall to your death through the glass. Like but the whole thing where it's like, oh, you play this children's game, you fail, and then you get shot in the head. That kind of like, just over and over again loses it's like, oh my God.
Like, it would be cool to get like, I don't know, like when they shoot people, I will say, like, in the first season, again, I haven't seen the second, but in the first season, the first game where it's like red light, green light,
it's shocking.
Like, that makes sense, of course, too, when they're like shooting people like that don't stop, or I can't remember how it's done. Is it like motion censored fucking shit, or is
it's actual. They show it in the second season. It's real snipers that are like,
okay,
they get like notified, like player blah blah, and they go and find them and snipe them.
See, I like that, but like, it really did just come up to the point. Like, there's several games, and I don't want to spoil too much of the first one again, because maybe some people haven't seen it. It's somewhat of a
It's good. I would highly recommend watching the first season of Squid Game and watch the second one. Maybe you disagree with me.
I'll give the second one a shot. And, I think I'm trying to think. I was in the middle of watching Arcane the League of Legends show.
you say R.
on
Kelly.
Netflix. No, of Arcane. But I really liked it. It's really good. But I stopped because went to visit family and friends over the holidays. So it's just that kind of like I created that awkward space to where it's like, do I continue? Do I rewatch the last episode to catch up a bit? Do I read plot summaries to catch up? I don't know. I'm in that awkward spot, but I did see some pretty good stuff over the break.
Yeah?
I saw fan favorite, wonderful film, Moana 2.
Oh, you did?
I did. I did not enjoy it.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Felt like a...
Animated. This is the yes. Moana 2 is fully animated.
Yeah. I just thought it was... I was like... My dad and stepmom, we all love going to get, like, kind of see fun animated films, and I didn't feel like seeing anything depressing or whatnot. So I wanted to go see it for, like, the holidays. And I don't think anyone could. But what I am more excited to talk about, I guess, which you haven't seen, is ṋosferatu, Robert Eggers' new film. And out of Robert Eggers' films, he's done The Witch. Have you seen The Witch?
I have not seen
The
The Witch.
Lighthouse.
Okay, I have seen The Lighthouse.
The
Witch with two
Northman.
Vs? The
Yes.
Vitch?
Yeah, The Vitch. The Northman. And
Have
now
not seen that.
His fourth film that I've seen, ṋosferatu, based on the 1923, some 1920s old, we know it, our generation knows it from the SpongeBob. ṋosferatu.
That's what the movie was based on, actually. It's based on the SpongeBob rendition of ṋosferatu. What is ṋosferatu? Like,
ṋosferatu.
Who is he? What is...
Well, ṋosferatu is so the original like Dracula novel was
Court
written
White Boy or
by Bram Stoker or whatever, and then basically ṋosferatu came about because they couldn't get the rights to make a movie for Dracula, didn't want to spend the money to get the rights, so they just changed a bunch of names. Like they changed the character's name from, I can't remember, something to Thomas. They just changed.
This is how the original ṋosferatu came to be?
Mm-hmm. And so, like, it was because the book came first. The Dracula novel came first, and then there was a German director or something. I'm very bad at, like, remembering exactly what happened.
He was cheap. He's like, I don't want to get the rights to
I don't know
that.
if we're going to get the rights, or maybe he was declined the rights. But it was their way of making the Dracula story without using the Dracula name or having to. And it became kind of its own thing.
Okay.
Even though it is very much the same story of, like, Dracula, this guy that this vampire creature that lives up in some house and then wants to come to England. Sorry, there's always
No,
creepy...
I heard that. It sounded like someone was about, like, literally walking up outside the door, like, and about to walk around the corner right there and surprise us with a gun.
No, they left because we spoiled their little surprise, if you heard.
They're just, like, standing there with a gun, like, oh, damn it. It's not going to be shocking.
I mean, maybe it would be funny if I just did it 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, good. Just I gave them the opening.
Dude, my mind's playing tricks on me now because I swear I just saw a shadow move across that shirt right there, as if, like, someone moved in front of a light. I don't like this. Today at the office, it's Monday. It's just me and Ryan here at the office, so we're alone.
And we're talking about ṋosferatu right now.
It's spooky stuff.
I know. I real quick review to get out of the way because it seems like the demons and spirits don't want. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not gonna. I've seen it. I saw it twice just to kind of. I saw it the first time and then I wanted to see a second time in like an IMAX theater.
Dude,
just to get the.
You double dipped?
Yeah, I wanted to get the audio because the audio and the projection in the first time I saw it wasn't like up to my standards or what I would have liked. So I went and saw it again. Everyone does a great job in their performance. It's well directed. Robert Eggers does good with horror. Does really well with suspense. I don't know. It just I do feel, and I feel like a lot of people felt the same way, where it's like the first 45 minutes or 45 minutes are very interesting and so well done that comparatively the last half of the movie lacks. And I kind of feel it's almost like I'm just watching things happen and it doesn't feel like the story's unfolding. It just feels like I'm being told and already kind of a tale that has already happened. Like I don't feel engaged in
I'll bring it
watching
full circle. That's almost kind of how I felt about Squid Game. You know?
And it's probably how the audience feels about ad reads sometimes.
Oh, they fucking love them.
I mean, We're 25
Oh
minutes
yeah,
in.
no, it's ad read time.
Baby.
Clap your hands, kick your feet, and let's go. Maybe just see if anyone's around that corner with a gun.
Yeah. So it's 2025, and you're probably thinking to yourself, it's a new year. It's a new me. The world is my oyster. I can start that new business I've always wanted to do. And let me tell you, Shopify is how you're going to make that happen. The best time to start your new business is right now. Shopify makes it simple to start your brand, get everything going, and boom, have your first sale. Lickety-split like. You can even get your store up and running easily with a bunch of templates that you can choose from. You don't need to know how to code or design a website or any of that. You just drag and drop. They also have power social media tools that allows you to connect all your social media, send out posts that advertise your sales and whatnot. I think it's so fascinating what they do over there at Shopify. But what happens if you don't act now? Will you regret it? What if someone beat you to the idea? Don't kick yourself when you hear this again in a year and realize, oh, I missed out on a good opportunity. Because with Shopify, your first sale is closer than you think. I mean, after all, established in 2025 does have a good ring to it. You know, it sounds like a nice year. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/super. The super being all lowercase, by the way. Just thought you should know. Again, go to shopify.com/super to begin selling with Shopify today. One more time. That is shopify.com/super. Remember that super is all lowercase. Super important. Thank you. Before Matt sits down, I also wanted to say that I was very enthralled and encapsulated by Bill Skarsgård's performance as Count Orlok. It was really good. The voice he did was amazing. Orlok. Oh. The voice he did was amazing, and it was one of the reasons I wanted to see it a second time. His performance in general and the makeup and everything was really the driving force for me wanting to see the movie a second time.
I love a Skarsgård, boy.
It was really good. I liked it more than his Pennywise It interpretation.
Can I say, without sounding too much like a homosexual, very attractive man.
Bill Skarsgård? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, with those bug eyes.
All those Skarsgård. No, it's dude. The bug eyes, like they are attractive. It's like unconventionally like attractive.
It's like their dad has like the old man attractiveness, where he's like somewhat balding but still has floofs of hair, and he has that beautiful gravelly voice. His brother is literally like he's in Tarzan and the Northman. Alex Skarsgård. He's
Swedish?
I think so.
Because I have a Swedish friend.
Has Skarsgård as a name or something?
No, but he kind of almost looks like them.
Well, unfortunately, he's not a Skarsgård.
Do you remember him, Hamps?
Yes.
A long time ago. I haven't seen him in ages. I think he lives in Sweden, so that's why I haven't seen him.
Visited around when we worked for the Grumps.
Yeah, he came to the office.
Yeah.
He was. I talked to him recently for like very briefly because it had been years. I'm like, "What's up, dude?" And he's like, "Hey," and it was just one of those.
Hey, asshole. What the hell?
Yeah. So he said if I didn't call him attractive on the podcast, he was gonna release some tapes. So yeah, really attractive guy from Sweden. But he makes good music. He's a cool guy. Anyway, that's enough about my Swedish friend.
Hamps more so reminds me of like that. I can't remember the name of the kid. The like Jubilee blonde kid.
Oh, the Dean.
Yeah,
that kid, Dean Withers.
Is his name Dean Withers?
I think Dean Withers is the kid that went on Jubilee.
Dean Withers sounds like a cartoon character where it's like Dean and then Withers. Are we sure that his name is Dean Withers?
I think his name is Dean Withers.
Dean Withers sounds like it's from like Recess or The Simpsons or some shit.
I almost shit my pants. I think it's Dean Withers. I just remember I watched that Jubilee video like a month or so ago. We should honestly, Jubilee needs to have us, man. What they had Ben Shapiro.
It is Dean Withers.
It is okay. They had Charlie Kirk. They had Destiny. Dean Withers. Why don't they have Matt and Ryan on a Jubilee episode to fucking set the record straight on liberals?
I just love like you and I in a Jubilee video, except our retort to everything is that's just your opinion. Like every time.
Well, no, actually, factually, it's.
So you're just gonna be sitting here doing this the whole time? It's so dumb. Well, that's just your opinion.
That's your opinion.
Okay, nice.
That's your opinion.
That's your
We're just
opinion.
like kind of saying.
And I
it over
agree.
each
It is
other.
nice.
It's your opinion.
Yep. Just.
It's unbeatable. You can't win it. Like, they wouldn't be able to win a debate because then they can go, all right, yeah, you can just sit there and try to, just say that it's my opinion. But at the end of the day, you don't have any actual points to back your shit up, blah, blah, blah. It's just your opinion.
Yeah.
Just two smug assholes versus 100. Not 100. By the way, fun fact about the Jubilee videos, same warehouse that we shot I Love Working Out in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched one of the Jubilee videos I watched. I noticed, I was like, that looks familiar. And I looked at the background, like the brick warehouse. It's the same place where we shot the I Love Working Out video.
I love.
You love what?
Working out.
I need to
My
work out.
friends and I love working out.
Yeah.
Looking good has never felt so great.
Yeah.
Getting ripped and lifting weights.
Yeah. Honestly, I need to. Fuck, dude.
Almost a year old.
I know. I need to work out badly. I might be in one of the worst physical forms I've ever been in.
I definitely need to eat better and get back to like working out to some extent. But for me, I need to focus more on like
Well, you finally have a stomach.
I do. I'm back on the
me have
Magistral.
been dealing with this for years, Matthew. Our bellies have been cursing us since middle school. And you think that you can just grow a belly and suddenly you're peers? What a joke.
I'll tell you, dude. You hear that?
You suddenly, at the age of 25, think you can grow a belly and you're one of my peers. Is that it? You think you're part of the big boy club?
No, dude. The problem with... See, like, I don't know. I feel like, you could have a belly. A lot of guys could have bellies, but it's proportional. Where me, because I'm so scrawny, just having a belly, like I look like have you ever seen like the orangutan that's like standing there with his belly out and it's just got like,
I love that boy.
That's how dude, behind you. It looked like there was a person standing there. Look, you see the way the coat is hung over, it looks like blonde hair and then a face with a black mask and then the shirt.
Okay, good.
Because Nosferatu does not have blonde hair. He has nice brunette. He has a nice brunette comb over in the film.
Okay.
People also were complaining. I'm sorry to bring up Nosferatu
Sure.
again, but people were complaining about him having a mustache in the film.
So?
People were like,
Do people care that much about Nosferatu's like lore that it's like he doesn't have a mustache?
I guess. Is there like? Do you see like a white? Sorry.
White man? Yeah, I do. He's beautiful.
Thank you. Sorry, there was like something in my eye, and I couldn't quite. I think it's gone now. It looked like there was like I saw something that was attached to like an eyelid. I think I got it.
So, what if it's like a fucking spirit? What was that? Did you hear that?
And did you also hear it sounded like someone's ankles cracking out there?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like someone moving a desk up that way.
It sounded like a printer almost. Wow, guys, really great podcast.
Well, I mean, we could use this as a segue to talk about ghosts and specters.
Yeah, we could.
Spirits?
Specters are. I'll tell you something about a specter.
They don't like garlic. No, that's vampires.
Vampires don't like garlic.
Specters don't like their
Salt.
own reflection. That's vampires again. They don't have a reflection. What don't
Salt.
what's is
You put salt around the perimeter of a doorway, to keep the ghosts out, right?
Okay.
Isn't that what they do? Like exorcists, they'll get a bag of salt and then they'll just like
block
sprinkle,
the entryway.
which is really funny to actually think about. Like if you're a ghost, you are this like supreme interdimensional fucking being,
Burning
and it's like
rosemary. That's one.
rosemary and sage.
Sage.
Whatever the you know what I forgot what it's called, but it's like it looks like a little thing of sticks, like a bundle of sticks, like and you burn it and it smells woody.
Well, I know what the French call it.
No, not that.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called, but it's I think a lot of Native Americans used it. But you light it and it has some smoke and you wave it around.
So like British colonials or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it smells good.
natives?
I'll tell you though, it does keep ghosts away. And I do
You were
love
talking
the
about the idea of before you trail off. I was just wanting because you had a good point you were making about the omnipotence of a ghost being thwarted by such
Table salt.
table salt, or like a bundle of sticks, or as the French say, sticks of a bundle.
No, Luke, you don't. I could tell he was about to put in the real thing, and it's all right. But just being this like supreme deity that exists on the other side of life and death, you can go through walls. You have like
Disappear and fly. You're
you
like
pick things up with
you're much more unique than like any other guys.
But then the second there's like a little bit of table salt, you're like, oh no, get away! You can't cross it.
I'm burning some sage.
No. You can go through walls, but you can't, traverse like. Okay, hold up. If they're putting like, why does the door fucking matter? Because if they're putting a line of table salt or whatever at the door to keep it from, coming in, couldn't it just go through the wall or a window?
Well, I think like.
Is it symbolic?
I think early superstition, right? I can only theorize because vampires work in a very similar way, where you have to give them permission to come into your home.
You do?
Yeah, you have to.
Why
it's
would
like a thing you have to like. Please come in. They find some way to like make you. Like they'll disguise themselves as like a door-to-door milk salesman.
And once you've given them permission,
May I check your milk machine in the back?
yep, she's right back here.
It's just like one of those. I don't know. Like vampires always do this
Yeah, why
number,
they do
right?
this?
They're walking around like being all skeevy.
Just to cover up that big vampire nose.
God, it's a great vampiric nose. Also, that Nosferatu has in the Nosferatu 2024 movie.
That's why they call him that, Nosferatu.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a bit on the nose. Wouldn't you say?
But they don't like garlic.
No, but you have to give them permission to enter your door. I'm saying maybe there's some superstition about like a home being somewhat of like a sanctuary, and so I don't know. I feel like maybe like homes had more of a spiritual familial connection than just like a building that houses people. Like it was thought of something to be a little, that's all I can think of. Or what's stopping a ghost from going underground and then coming up through the floor?
That's what I'm saying. Is like
or coming through the chimney like Santa Claus.
Ghosts don't come in through like the front door because it's a ghost. It can come in it can just go through the wall. So having just a line of table salt on the fucking like perimeter of the doorway is not gonna, really do.
Follow me here. Ghosts can go through anything.
Yeah.
Go through, walls, ceilings,
floors,
whatever, cars, I'm sure.
Of course.
Now imagine what would happen, because they're physically sometimes affecting stuff. Like if they go through a wall, sometimes in a movie, like a mirror will shift.
Yeah.
Or shake.
Yeah.
So what happens in like, let's say you're in some sort of laboratory, and you have a vat filled with like a lime green sludge of like the sludge version of gamma radiation.
Okay.
If the ghost goes through that, are we talking about like an Incredible Hulk ghost situation?
Like would the spirit be affected by the gamma ray sludge?
Like would the ghost turn from white to green?
I think it's definitely in the realm of possibility. I don't know if they've done studies, but I honestly don't want. I wouldn't want to know, because knowing the answer means that it's happened. And if it's happened, then we are in for a real bad time.
God damn, dude.
I honestly wish you hadn't brought that up, because now it's I'm thinking about it, and it's just something I'm going to think about when I'm laying in bed tonight, and it's going to scare me and spook me.
Or like, what if a ghost goes through like a Green Goblin machine?
Come on, dude.
Where like
they banned those anyway. Like the United Nations, there's a treaty. There's no Green Goblin machines allowed to be produced, at least since like 1991.
Well, NATO did make a pact of no more Green Goblin machines, but you've seen those aerial photography, like pictures of drones of like in Russia and stuff, like in the back country, where it shows like some facilities where potentially there is not only Green Goblin machines, but there was one picture that showed, from what it looked like being unloaded from the back of a truck, the Riddler's cane. The one with the question mark at the end.
And thank God for our satellite capabilities. But here's the thing. It's like, if we call Russia out, then they just deny it, and then it creates a diplomatic. See, what I'm worried about is more like Iran or North Korea, because Iran denies that they have, any kind of,
Russia's already meddling in our elections. With the Riddler on their side, who's to say what's going to happen? I mean, Elon Musk has already been proven to be working with Russian propaganda.
I don't want to
Same
think
with Ben
about it.
Shapiro, the Daily Wire.
Yeah,
a lot of right-leaning. Oddly enough, it's weird. Some left-leaning ones too, but a large amount of right-leaning political figures.
Look at that Russian bankroll.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's a coincidence.
Some of them have best friends, like Russian oligarchs as best friends that they communicate with.
Dude, what have Russian oligarchs ever done to you? They're people's people.
They made the social media landscape a hell to navigate. Maybe.
I love oligarchs. I've been thinking about becoming one myself. Can we go back? I'm sorry, like NATO making like treaties about like green goblin machines. We glossed over that. The Riddler's cane, like a satellite image of it being unloaded from like a truck. Jesus Christ.
It's Jason Bourne.
I knew, dude, the second I said Jesus Christ, I knew that Jason Bourne meme was going to show up.
Over the holidays, for some reason, it's not like a new Jason Bourne movie is coming out. There's one in the works, but there's not even a trailer that I think. But my dad and my stepmom were going through. I would come downstairs because I stay with them over the holidays for the most part. They were watching one day The Bourne Identity, the next day The Supremacy, the next day The Ultimatum.
The Bourne Ultimatum?
They chose to skip the Bourne Legacy because it doesn't have Matt Damon in it.
I was about to say. I was about to say Matt Damon is
Keith Richards. No, what's his name? Jeremy Renner.
No,
very different
it's
from
Little
Keith
Richard.
Keith Richards and Little Richard
Is Keith Richards the dancing guy?
I don't know. He's Keith.
But Keith Richards, who am I thinking of? The little dancing guy in the leotard with like the afro and he's balding.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. Okay, I would much rather have a Bourne movie with Richard Simmons.
That would be incredible,
right?
Dude, imagine like John Wick 5. The last boss fight, out comes fucking Richard Simmons in like his bright red and blue or like turquoise spandex.
I love it. Sequins and everything. That would be fantastic. Like honestly, they should.
He ducks one time from a punch from John Wick and his hair stays in the same spot and he comes right back up.
Dude, what do they have to lose at this point?
What the hell is this?
They should do it. In fact, over the Christmas break while you and I were separated, which was hell for me. They did have a little John Wick 5. Wait,
4.
4 already came out, right?
Yes.
Okay, 5.
5 I don't think is.
This is what I was gonna say though. Is in an interview with Keanu, they mentioned John Wick 5.
His knees.
Yes, you saw it, and he said, "Oh God, my knees! They hurt so bad."
He's like 60 something, ain't he?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if my knees could do John Wick 5, which I get, dude, because training for a John Wick movie, like the amount of physical like choreography and everything, that's a lot.
Well, think about what they were asking out of Liam Neeson for all those Taken movies, and like there's some plane movie. He's in a bunch of these action movies, but I wonder, like, of course he has stunt doubles, but don't you think he's tired of it? Don't you think he just wants to be in another talkie?
Yeah,
you know,
no more of these kickies and punchies. Like
they have him like jumping fences and shit and Taken, and they have him like punching people. And you know, a movie, it's not just one take and done. Like fight sequences, it can take a whole day to do like half of a fight sequence.
Think about how many shots they have to like shoot, how many takes they have to do. So it's like, not to mention the practice, how many times they have to practice that.
And you saw Harrison Ford to talk about a senior action star, Harrison Ford in the Grand Dial of Destiny.
Yes. I think that's what it was called.
Nope.
The Dial of Doom? Dial of Dementia? Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was a good Indiana Jones movie.
You enjoyed it?
I did.
We played the game. And I'm sure the playthrough is out.
We didn't play...
No, not Dial of Destiny. We played the Great Circle.
The Big Circle. I don't remember...
Was there no alliteration with that?
No.
I guess there's not always alliteration. The Temple of Doom.
Was it literally just the Great Circle?
And the something circle.
What's with all the fucking circular shit? The dial of destiny, the big circle, like the Circle K.
I will
at the
say,
gas station.
even though it sucked, I wish they did it better. The alien one. The alien one could have been so much
The
better.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
I remember, dude, when I found out it was like that revelation when you see that crystal skull and you're like, that's an alien. Like
Yep.
that was such a fucking.
Like-
I was like, I mean, they were setting it up for Shia LaBeouf to take over to take the reins as Indiana Jones
And then he couldn't stop physically assaulting women. So
and driving around LA and shooting a few dogs allegedly.
what?
That's what he said in an interview to like get in character for some role. He would like drive around LA and shoot stray dogs. From that, hey, that's the man's words, not mine.
You saw him say these things?
I didn't see him like shoot the stray dogs.
No, but like, did he say these things in an interview?
Let me
I go around and I just shoot some stray dogs.
Wait, let me get this specific. I mean, this is quite the allegation. I don't want to be wrong about this.
I mean, I feel like I would have heard about this. I mean, granted, he's had a lot of news. I just remember I love him for the whole bag thing. Still, what a wonderful moment in
Bag thing?
where he wore a bag over his head that went, "I'm not famous."
That's right. And
to a red carpet event wearing a very expensive tux or something, maybe.
remember, people could like come and sit down and like yell at him or something. Here we go. FKA Twigs claims Shia LaBeouf bragged about shooting stray dogs. Okay, so it's an allegation from another musician. This wasn't in an interview.
Okay.
That is very different from, I guess, sitting
still.
down with 60 Minutes and being like, I was just going out there and popping rounds into these dogs.
But
like,
it's FK Twigs
sure.
because they dated, right?
Yeah. Okay. FKA Twigs elaborated. But let me just get to. She claimed LaBeouf also bragged about shooting stray dogs. According to Barnett, the actor said killing these animals helped him get into character for a role in 2020's The Tax Collector. I said to him, "That's really bad. Why are you doing that?" And he was like, "Because I take my art seriously. You're not supporting me in my art. This is what I do." He said it was method acting, and yeah, he would.
Well,
It's what she said, that he would go and just shoot dogs.
Let's talk more about this Shia LaBeouf shooting stray dogs after you and I both take a shit and our audience watches these ads.
Maybe shoot a stray dog of our own.
Meaning
There's a
just-
problem in LA
Yeah,
with it. There's
yeah.
a lot of.
Well, there's a lot of stray dogs.
Exactly.
Can't house them all.
Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Shia LaBeouf shooting stray dogs to get into a role is not okay. Not cool.
That's your opinion, and we'll leave it at that, huh?
Okay.
Just leave it at that. Did you get anything fun for Christmas, Ryan?
I got some nice hoodies. I got Mom got me this new hat. Another South Carolina hat.
Oh,
Look at
hell
that.
yeah.
See that?
Oh, it's got the state this time.
It's a little shiny with the blue, too.
Yeah, it's got the actual outline of it's got the shape of the state.
Santa
Santa brought you a haircut, it looks.
I know. Got a haircut. Not for Christmas. This was post-Christmas. I'm trying to... I mean, I got this shirt. It's more of a New Year's gift.
Yeah. Well, I bought it for you before Christmas,
Yeah,
but
so-
I didn't get to see you until today.
Yeah, just a lot of kind of like useful things.
I love useful. The older I get, the more those useful things come in usefulness.
Yeah, I'm just like, for Christmas, I'm typically like, I want some more socks, maybe some new hoodies, some new hats.
I was about to say socks, dude. Socks rule.
I love new socks.
Like new socks, I'm always running out of socks somehow.
Got these babies from Walmart back in South Carolina.
Damn, okay. You got the and ones?
Oh,
Are those
yeah.
and ones?
Something, maybe.
Hey, I just went and got myself I was at the TJ Maxx, all right? And they had a bundle of Adidas black socks for real nice and cheap, and I said, I'm going to freaking get myself some of those Adidas black socks. And I did, dude. And they're on my bedroom floor. Am I wearing them right now? No.
Oh, did you hear that?
I heard that was your stomach?
Yeah.
Dude, we both... Okay, guys.
I had a bowl of cereal this morning. I shouldn't be hungry.
We both just took crazy shits while on a little break while you guys listen to ad reads and clap your hands.
My eating
something's
situation got fucked over the holidays because I'm not eating at regular times, and even before leaving was also just stressful work-wise because we had originally wanted to get ꜰᴜᴜ out in November. That was like wishful thinking,
Right.
and then we really wanted to get it out in December. That didn't work. But at the same time, we're wanting to get that out. We're trying to get some Christmas stuff planned and shot, and also dealing with Black Friday. There was just
a lot,
and
a lot came together.
This is the first time where we've had this amount of work with so few people to deal with it, and we are, a big shout out and thank you to, I don't know if they want their names told, but. We had Luke, and there were some friends of the studio that came in and pitched in that didn't do it for, their payment wasn't our friendship, even though Matt and I discussed that would be the case.
The agreement.
But apparently, labor can't be free legally, some shit like that, whatever.
Some California bullshit.
But we had a lot of help from a few wonderful, nice people that helped pack and get things moving along. Was able to make it so that I was gone, but there was only around like 70 or something orders that you had to kind of finish up. But
I had fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of. There was just the end of the year, as always, was very hectic. It was as I said, it was our first time doing all of this with so few people,
right?
Which then gets us to notice like weaknesses and strengths, and we can build upon that. That's just business talk. Really,
definitely. Yeah, noticed a lot of things to work on and things to improve on and fix, and that's how you find them. And like again, to like the last 70 orders from Black Friday, apologies that they had to go out after Christmas. It was just basically, the production studio that makes our merch, they're making it as fast as they can, but then there's like stock issues, and they're like, we don't have this size of hoodie until this date. So then it's like, well, now we have to wait for that to be done.
I mean, just think of a few thousand orders having to be packed by... count them on one hand. That's how many people we had on deck, and not at any given time either.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But we really, 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 really appreciate the support you guys gave us with the Black Friday sale. It was super fun. We had a lot of fun designing the stuff, and even more fun packing it and shipping it. And again, just throwing this out there, if you guys have any issues with an order, like if you got the wrong size or something showed up damaged or didn't show up at all, then merch@funnybrothers.com. Mm-hmm. Shoot an email there, and if you have sent an email,
it's been the holidays.
Yeah. If you sit and haven't gotten a response and you're like, what? I did email. We're catching up with it still, just because we've been out of town, and but we will get through all of them. So appreciate your patience, and we love you. Thank you.
And if you've sent one like a customer service email that for some reason hasn't gotten through or hasn't been seen or hasn't been responded to, I would say like not in a few days, not a week. I would say if it's been like a month or so, maybe bump that thread for like just an update.
Things can slip through the cracks when it's just a couple weak small boys like ourselves, dealing with bulk. So we appreciate it. Same with Sticker Club. If you're a patron and you have had any issues, because there have been just Sticker Club the last few months, it's been a lot of ups and downs with kind of getting everything dumped in our laps all of a sudden from the last person helping us because they got too busy to help out anymore, and kind of we didn't find out until very last minute, and then training someone new and going through the email, and things get lost in the mail. There was the postal strike in Canada, so stickers@funnybrothers.com if you have an issue with any of that. And again, if you've emailed and haven't heard back, just bump that, just send another email, and we'll get it taken care of. Because we want to make sure everyone gets taken care of. It's never, if you ever think that we're ignoring your emails, it's never that. It's just purely because there's a lot on our plate and things slip through the cracks. So just give us a reminder, and we will get it taken care of.
And I feel like mostly customer service has been positive. I've seen that a lot of people, when they have complaints, a lot of people's response is customer service email because typically, it's not just messages left to read forever. As I said, the holidays came, so there wasn't anyone in-house to directly look at those messages besides Matt, who was busy with other stuff as well as like packing the orders, not just packing the orders, but he had to go pick up the orders from the warehouse. Like just bear with us. We're still a small group of boys getting this done, and we're doing the best we can do. Are there spots where things could be smoother? Of course, always, and we are always looking to improve. But as Matt said,
it's our first day back today, technically back together.
As Matt said, just send an email and we will get to you when we can. And also, I just thought they need a little smooch.
Definitely, it's always good to throw a little smooch in there.
from Matt as well. Just to give them 2 smooches, one from Ryan, one from Matt. I think it would do a lot.
There you go. Yeah, one from each of us. Exactly. Did you catch the ball drop?
I did catch the ball drop. I had a champagne.
Champagne.
Mm-hmm. I had my 2025 kisses. My family insists that you have to have as many kisses,
right?
And it was nice.
Yeah, I had to stop going to your family gatherings for that. It's a cute sentiment.
We just don't have enough people to for each person to get one of those. So it's like you just end up having to choose like this person gets 200, this person gets 300. Sometimes you just choose one and just get it all out of the way.
Yeah. And last time, it was your I think it was one of your aunts.
Yeah.
Someone that's like loosely related to you.
Yeah.
And she'd had quite a bit to drink, and she'd had a lot of like hors d'oeuvres.
We call her Aunt TT.
Okay, Aunt TT. That's who it was. And she had her breath was not very good.
Yeah.
And she I'll tell you, man, she committed to the kisses.
She
wanted them on the lips as well. And
with Aunt TT, you have to kind of turtle your mouth, because she will try to slip a tongue in there.
Oh, she did, yeah. She did this one thing with the hors d'oeuvres where it was like some brie cheese hors d'oeuvre thing. She kept doing this thing where she would go, hold on, and she'd put some in her mouth thinking I didn't see him, and she would try to, kind of
like
get it in my mouth.
Like by squeezing it through her teeth, so it would kind of like...
Yeah. And she got me a few times with it. I
like cheese, so like I'm never one to say no, but I know it is surprising the first few times she does that.
And I
apologize if it made you uncomfortable.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. But I mean, she's a delightful woman when she's not drinking, and also just like I said, I'm not a huge brie guy.
I love all cheeses. I said so.
Dude, I had some actually while we were apart. I did a little charcuterie. Me and the lady did a little charcuterie night, and I'll tell you something, dude. I went to a charcuterie store called Milk Bar or Milk Farm. I don't remember. Milk Bar is the cake place.
Yeah.
Milk Farm is the charcuterie place. And I tried. I got some weird ones.
Okay.
I think we got stuff from this place for wine and cheese night years ago.
I'm always down for wine and cheese nights. I don't know why we haven't done it.
I know.
By the way, I still do like my own little wine and cheese nights.
Well, I did a little wine and cheese night, and it was this weird cheese that was like washed in apple cider something.
Was it a block or was it a wedge?
Yeah. It was you would like show them what you wanted, and then they would cut a piece off of it. So they cut me like a wedge.
Okay.
From it, and it was it had this weird like
so it's not like a cheddar, it was like a
it was
a soft cheese.
Yeah. And it had like an outer almost like brie, honestly, but the outer shell or crust rind was very interesting. And honestly, it wasn't my favorite that I've tried, but I did appreciate the funkiness of it.
Okay.
That's like I like trying really weird cheeses.
Especially
and
when you got
stuff
pepper
like
jelly,
that,
which you also got me some real. I smelled it even. We took a break and I was smelling it, and I went verbatim. This is that good stuff.
You were huffing that pepper jelly.
Smells delicious. Oh God, dude, there is nothing better to me than cracker, cheese, pepper jelly. That's it. That's all I need in life.
I had pepper jelly, and I had some crackers
and some hot honey. hot honey every now and then is also really
Hot honey's
fucking
good.
delicious.
And I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like I feel like hot honey only hit the general zeitgeist, the mass consciousness in the last few years.
It was like a thing that maybe you could find. You
yeah,
know,
but
and
now it's all the rage. People love the hot honey.
there's hot honey and then there's extra hot honey, burning hot honey.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you something, dude. Honey. Oh my god, I love honeycomb. Like with charcuterie, just literally like a piece of honeycomb. I like eating just the straight up honeycomb.
I don't think I've ever had a honeycomb.
It's good.
I've had the cereal honeycombs.
It's not the same thing. But honeycomb, like, it's waxy, and
Just without milk? Is that the difference? Or-
yeah, pretty much the same. But it's good, dude. I had this like organic honeycomb shit that I bought a while back, where it was just like a jar with a fucking slab of honeycomb in it. And when you think about what it is,
it
it's
like a
actually pretty
cracker?
gross. But it's
Is it kind of like a cracker? Is it
Honeycomb?
hard to eat?
no, it's like wax. It's like hexagons, little.
Yeah, I know what honeycomb is. I expected it for some reason
It's
to
soft.
like, but it doesn't have any sort of cracker texture. It
No.
really is just like waxy.
It's just wax. It's just soft. But it's I like it, and I eat it and swallow it. I don't know if like you're really supposed to. I don't think there's any rules saying you can't. But you're supposed to eat it, right?
You look on like the back of like the honeycomb jar, and it's like, do not eat on Thursdays past midnight.
That's when Nosferatu shows up.
He comes. He Nosferatu. If you've eaten a honeycomb after midnight on Thursdays, which would technically then be Friday,
Yeah. Well,
or I guess it would be Thursday after midnight.
after Wednesday.
Yeah, after Wednesday. Be careful, because some people get confused, like I just did, and Nosferatu's there, and
They think they're in the clear. Turns out, nope.
they're having a honeycomb when they shouldn't be.
And then he's invited in your home through that little loophole. Honeycomb, dude, you got to come over and try some honeycomb then.
I'm down. Maybe some wine, some cheese.
Maybe a little wine, a little cheese.
I've grown to love. I've always gotten like, I'll change the soft in some of the cheese, but there's one central cheese that I always make sure that there's a cheddar. A cheddar is all. I love it. There's so
had
many
a good
different
cheddar.
types, and it's how sharp it is. How sometimes I could go on forever,
Dude.
But cheese is the blood and soul of the McGee bloodline.
It is. It's
The heart and soul of the McGee bloodline.
It's in your blood. Also,
milk and honey.
Gouda.
The land of milk and honey.
I was thinking about that the other day. The land of milk and honey. I was like, am I remembering that correctly? Is it the land of milk and honey?
Yeah, didn't Angelina Jolie star / direct some movie about the
Bible?
the land of milk and honey? I think she was in a movie called The Land of Milk and Honey.
Isn't that like Jerusalem or something?
Something like that.
So it's in the Bible. It's the land of milk and honey, which is like, okay, cool.
It's where God was milked to produce the honey of Jesus Christ. The sweetness of the Lord. That's how I take it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He was given like a dry hand job until he, ejaculated.
Which dry hand jobs are wonderful sometimes.
Underrated, very underrated. You know,
No,
people always think you need a bunch of spit or lube.
I'll
but
go to the Carl's Jr. and just tack it onto one of my meals, and I forget how good a dry handy can be.
can be.
Can be.
Yeah, that's the keyword there is can.
Yeah,
and,
sometimes the gripping of the pubes get in the grip and start to
Sure.
rash and chafe your wiener.
Well, also some of those Carl's Jr. employees, I'll tell you, they
They don't wear those gloves.
No,
they don't
they need the
even
gloves.
Oh, I hate it when they put. You can obviously tell they have the gloves on. That's fine, but instead of lotion, they just put hand sanitizer on.
It doesn't. No.
Oh
no,
my
no, no,
God,
It
dude,
dries
not the
out the
same.
foreskin. Mm-hmm. And actually, if you look on screen right now, there's a list of names. These are all people who have had a dry hand job behind Carl's Jr.
There's a smaller list, and those are for people who specifically. You see the smaller list,
Right.
It looks a little more fun. They have like fun little emojis
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Those are the people who specifically go to Burger King breakfast for their dry hand jobs.
Yeah, which there's much to be said about that, but we'll have to get into that in a future episode. But if you want to be on that list of dry hand jobbers, or dry hand jobbies, I guess, because
Yeah.
you're the one receiving it, you can go to patreon.com/supermega, and you could support your boys, help us out, get your name in all the new episodes, and get a bunch of exclusive content, like some exclusive shows and
Behind the scenes.
and a little extra sloppy serving of this podcast every single week. So you can actually go right now and listen to the Super Mini Show
Like
for
a
this
little
episode.
bite-sized sample of what this is. Mm-hmm. It's like a fifth to a seventh of what this is.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And it's spicy as hell. We show our penises. Well, we show Luke's penis and say it's ours.
Yeah, but if you want to see Luke's penis, then
come on over.
You'll see the next episode.
That's right. All yours for $5 a month.
And to end it, I just wanted to, in the beginning of the podcast, I was working on a little trick, and I wanted to show you another one I've been working on during the breaks that we took. Okay, ready?
Put your head on my shoulder.